Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have on from the LaGrange Police Department, I have on Lieutenant Jeremy Butler.
Good morning.
Jeremy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, Jeremy, it's a time of the year that we get relaxed, we get excited, we get, all of the things that go along with the holiday season, but we also want to make sure that people are safe. So we're going to talk a little bit about some holiday safety tips, but before we do that, it seems like just yesterday that you and I sat down together to talk about some things.
Yes, sir, we did. We got to talk about our Faith in Blue and our National Night Out and some of the other events we had going on.
It just seems like there's a lot of things going on in our city, and everywhere we look, we can definitely count on our ladies and gentlemen in blue to help make our city the safe place that it is. And I just want to say thank you to you and all the young ladies and gentlemen down there at the police department.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jeremy, tell me just a little bit about what you do at the police department.
Okay, I oversee our community outreach unit, and basically what we do is we have a mental health aspect of that also, where we have a social worker that contacts folks and is able to help facilitate mental health facilities and help for the folks in the community that may be suffering from mental health issues. Mm-hmm. She also helps with funding in the event we have somebody that's maybe stranded here in town, don't have a way or the funds to get somewhere. Oftentimes we'll help bus tickets, things like that.
Okay.
Sometimes food, depending on what we have available. And we also, what else do we have going on? And again, my biggest job is being out in the community, attending different events, neighborhood watch meetings, contacting neighborhood watch block captains, and just trying to maintain and also create new relationships with people. We've added on, I think, 5 neighborhood watches just since May when I came in. So it's good. People are wanting to be involved, and that's what we want more of.
Good. I was going to ask the question, and you alluded to it just now about the community wanting to be involved. How, I guess, your resources, how reliable are they, especially when you talked about the mental health piece of it,
right?
And, providing a bus ticket or providing foods. How receptive have the community been to helping the police department and addressing some of those needs?
I've been, it's almost overwhelming I say that in a good way, that we have so many people that we have our community outreach meetings where we have different partnerships that come and explain things that they have available, whether it be opioid addiction recovery type rehab programs, to building beds for children that don't have beds. There's just a lot of different entities that we have in place, and luckily for me also, that I didn't mention earlier, I have a licensed mental health counselor that works directly for me, Officer Bryant Mosley, and he is a great resource in the sense of we don't have to wait on a doctor to do certain things. He can sign the paperwork that allows us to take someone and get them into a mental health facility, and he has helped me facilitate that in a couple times. With just calls that we get where people are having a bad day and they need help, and he reaches out and goes sees these people and gets some help they need. So.
Policing has changed over the years, hasn't it, Jim?
Yes, it has.
It has. I mean, to know that there's a person on staff with the police department that can assess an individual and you all put them in a proper place to get the help, as opposed to days of, we go to a situation, arrest a person, put them in jail.
That's right. Well, in today's society, too, we deal with all the state facilities. The majority of the state facilities closed, the mental health facilities. So people aren't being housed there anymore, and it's unfortunate. A lot of these people have been in the prison systems when in reality they needed mental health help. And we have a mental health court that we are associated with at the police department, that we can get people on the right track and ensuring they're taking their medications, and that they get through this program with the mental health court and they're productive members of society, because the majority of it's just medication and education, because they don't know. They don't know to know. So it's a big part of it, and we are right at the forefront of it every day.
Very good. And that's so encouraging and so relieving to know that our police department, the men and women there, care enough about citizens to be able to assess them and get them in the proper place that they can receive the best care and help that they can. So again, we just say thank you for what y'all guys do. Now, on a lighter note, we had to talk about holiday safety.
Yes.
You know, we're the Christmas season is here upon us. The parade was held, you know, and people are going to be out doing shopping and things of that nature. And again, just common sense things, but we definitely want to remind individuals. And I know that you guys see this firsthand so much. Right. Let's just talk about some of the things that people should be aware. Number one, first of all, driving. Yes,
yes.
Let's talk about driving.
And when I speak about driving, it's not necessarily the actual physical aspect of driving, but the tips to protect yourself when you're in your car and things like that as you arrive to locations to shop for Christmas. But some of the tips I documented here was avoiding driving alone at night. Young ladies, even men, you know, it's not real wise to go shopping at a place that's open till midnight alone, and especially when you're likely to be carrying a certain amount of money, or you know, just the likelihood to be a victim is greater. But when you have somebody with you, first of all, they're called witnesses, and they also can help protect you. But just not driving alone at night, and you know, keeping all your car doors locked and your windows, you know, up, and then you know, set your alarms when you go into these places on your vehicles as you go in to shop. And I think one of the biggest tips that I could share is if you stop and you know, to shop at night or, you know, after dusk, park in a well-lit area. You know, if you can park up closer to the front of, I'm just using Walmart for an example, but the lighting is brighter, as, you know, the farther up towards the front of the location that you're at. And also park in an area close to where, and remember where you park at. You know, we've had people in the past that forget where they parked, and then, you know, they get turned around. So just knowing where your vehicle's at, and don't leave your car running. It's unfortunate that happens sometimes, and unoccupied, and definitely don't leave a child in the car with that car running.
Well, you think people leave a vehicle running, even, you know, especially when they go in shopping, they know this time it's going to be crowded.
And you find that just at our convenience stores. You know, people just think I can run in and pay for, you know, buy a drink and leave my car running. You come back out and your car's gone.
Common sense.
And then, just lock your car. And, you know, nowadays we have the key fobs and ways that you could, you know, make sure that happens.
That's true.
And just making sure that your valuables that you have, you know, don't leave a nice necklace or a ring, or maybe an old cell phone or anything of value, iPads. You know, there's just a lot of different things that people tend to keep in their cars, but, you know, either hide those things out of sight to where the common criminal, the crime of opportunity, that they walk by your car, if there's something that's going to draw their attention, then they're likely to break the window or enter the car if you didn't lock it. So lock the stuff in the trunk, and or, like I said, hide it up under something to where everybody can't see it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Do y'all see, and it's unfortunately, but I was going to ask, do you see a spike during this time of the year?
You do.
In break-ins and things like that.
You do, because you know, there's a lot of people that it's unfortunate that don't get to have certain things because maybe socioeconomic issues that they're facing, or not having employment right now, and you know, they take advantage of those things when people like us that don't take the precaution, you know, to make sure our things our valuables are hid, not out of sight, and that's when those crimes of opportunities when people typically are gonna break into cars.
Talk about home, like if somebody, you know, a lot of times during this time of the year too, people are traveling, they go out of town for Christmas and New Year's, so on and so forth. Let's talk about how to secure the home when they're away. What are some tips you can give?
I think about this, your Christmas tree. You know, typically, you know, during Christmas, you're going to have presents around your tree. Well, you know, a lot of people, you can drive by homes and you'll see the trees from the roadway. Well, what would be wise during that time is to, you know, either close the blinds or put a curtain up or something to you know, darken out that. And you know, keeping your home well lit on the outside, in a sense, your porches and things like that. Of course, again, locking your doors is probably one of the number one tips. And a lot of people nowadays have the Ring doorbells, camera systems, or alarm systems that they can lock their homes. But if you're going to be out of town, you know that we always have that one neighbor that we can trust. It'll pick up your mail or get the newspaper out of your driveway, or that will. We oftentimes have people where the neighbor will take one of their other cars and park it at your home while you're away. Getting Amazon packages or any other deliveries off your porch, that draws attention too. If those packages are sitting out on the porch and then they notice the same box has been sitting there for 3 days, it's probably one of the big ones. Homes also, probably one of the biggest things too at Christmas time is if you get a 75-inch TV for Christmas, don't leave the box by the mailbox. You know, and I understand trash pickups and things like that, but that's probably would be a wise decision to take something like that and take it to the dump, so you don't come back home and your home's been entered because you know they see that they know there's a TV in there now. So.
Absolutely. So again, just those common sense things that sometimes during this time of the year, you know, we're so excited about the season and the times and all the various things that we just get a little careless. Get a little careless.
And criminals too, that people forget sometimes. You know, most of them are very savvy in a sense, even technology. So when you go on your Facebook page and post that you're at in Gatlinburg for the week, well, that tells me you're not home for a week.
That's right.
You know, and don't think that. Not everybody that's your friend is your friend.
That's true.
And they'll take advantage of you when you're gone, and you'll never know it was them.
Absolutely. Now, and when you're talking about that, like if somebody was to be, you know, traveling out of town, I know that you all used to have the check on the places.
We do, the keep checks.
Checks.
Yes, yes, and we still do those. All the citizens have to do is call the police department, tell them they want to do a keep check. Our clerks will forward that call to our supervisors. Supervisors will either, if they're not in the building, they'll call them back, get the information. We'll put it in our keep check system, and then our officers periodically throughout the day on day and night shift will check locations. And we've been very good with that. There's been times where we weren't, you know, we didn't know the person was back home yet, and we're checking the home and find out they're back. So that's a good thing. That verifies that we're doing what they asked us to do. So
absolutely. Well, you know, again, Jeremy, it's always a pleasure to sit down with you and talk about not only the safety tips, but the various other programs and things that you guys have going on within the police department. A very proactive police department under great leadership and great men and women like yourself there that make it such a great department to work for and have in our community. So I want to thank you very much for coming on and sharing this information. And as I told you last time, anytime you got anything you want to share, definitely you always have an open invitation.
Amen. Thank you, sir. I would just say, remember the reason for the season.
Absolutely.
That's the number one. That's my takeaway from all of it.
Absolutely. Concur wholeheartedly. Jeremy, thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you, Alvin. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
Sweetland on Ice is returning for the 2022-2023 season. Beginning Friday, November the 18th and lasting through February the 14th, the Great Lawn at Sweetland Amphitheater will host a covered 5,500 square foot open air ice skating rink. Bring your family and friends to the Winter Wonderland and enjoy holiday decorations, a spectator section with heaters to enjoy the ice skating action, and delicious affordable concessions. Don't forget about our beer and cocktails, Sweetland merch, and on select Fridays, we'll be hosting free movie nights for the holiday season. You won't want to miss the winter fun. Go to sweetlandamp.com for ticket information.
Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I am now being joined from Visit LaGrange, Lynne Holle, to give us a lineup of all the wonderful programs coming up in our community. Lynne, I know that you have a wonderful list, so I'm ready and eager to hear all about it.
Okay, great, thanks. Hello and welcome to City Scenes. I'm your host, Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. Today we're going to be talking about all the events that will be happening during December 5th through December 11th. So let's get started. On Thursday, December 8th, from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m., Hills and Dales Estate will be having their Christmas Angel Ornament Workshop. Join Executive Director Carlton Wood for a morning of holiday cheer while creating beautiful, old-fashioned Christmas angel ornaments. All supplies will be provided and participants will leave with an ornament to adorn their own Christmas tree. The cost is $30 per person for workshop fees that include supplies and refreshments. Space is limited and pre-registration is required. Call 706-882-3242 or email info@hillsandales.org to register. On December 8th at 7 p.m. through December 9th at 7 p.m., the Lafayette Society for Performing Arts presents Christmas Memories. The Young Singers of West Georgia, founded in 1995, is a thriving choir school organized to provide a unique musical experience to students in Troup County and the surrounding areas. They foster excellence in musicianship, performance, and character development. You can purchase tickets for Young Singers of West Georgia's Christmas Memories online at www.lsparts.org. Saturday, December 10th, from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., come back to Hills and Dales Estate for the 2022 Children's Christmas Celebration. Children will delight in creatively icing Christmas cookies, crafting ornaments, and visiting with Santa. This is free to the community. For more information, please call 706-882-3242 or email info@hillsandales.org. Also, Saturday, December 10th, from 3 until 5, there will be a children's book signing at Plum Southern. Local author and illustrator Marcia Camp Johnson and Laura Thompson Lamb will be at Plum Southern for the signing of their latest book release, Woolly Willie's Bah Humbug Christmas. And beginning Saturday, December 10th from 7 to 8 p.m. and Sunday, December 11th from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., celebrate Christmas with the Sons of Lafayette, who will be at First Presbyterian Church of LaGrange. Start your Christmas spirit by attending a Christmas-themed concert with the Sons of Lafayette. You are sure to sing along, tap your toe, and possibly even dance. Be sure to bring your family, friends, work associates, and next-door neighbors. Sponsored by Auto Gallery, tickets are available on Facebook or in LaGrange, Georgia at Plum Southern, which is located at 121 Main Street. Marketplace at Lafayette Square, which is 100 Bull Street. And finally, on Sunday, December 11th, from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m., LaGrange First United Methodist Church will host 2022 Night of Lights. Experience this drive-through Night of Lights. Come to the Wesley Hall entrance for free hot cocoa, cookies, and a map featuring the Christmas lights of LaGrange. Then return to the Vernon Street parking lot to experience their living nativity with animals, even a camel. Those are just a few of the events that will be happening in LaGrange during the week of December 5th through December 11th. We hope that you'll get out, stay safe, and have a great time. Looks like it's going to be an active week, Alton.
Wow, Lynn, that's a lot of stuff going on. And it just really helps to get everybody in the mood, the reason for the season, Christmas,
right,
and all of the things, the decorations and things of that nature. So, again, just thank you for coming on and sharing all this information. I know the public will go out and take full advantage of it.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us City Week this week. My guests have been from the LaGrange Police Department. I had on Lieutenant Jeremy Butler as he gave us some holiday safety tips. So make sure that you use common sense and keep yourself safe during this Christmas season. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us City Week this week. And as always, first of all, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And ladies and gentlemen, come back for more of City Week.